Hi, this is Mark Lim, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to scrape niche databases to get unlimited leads for any niche you want to target. And this is especially helpful if you're tired of using legacy databases like Apollo and see reply rates declining because your competitors are blasting emails to the same people. And if you don't know who I am, I have built a Clay agency that was in the top 10% of deals generated in 2024, according to SmartLead, which is an industry-leading email sending tool. And we help sales teams automate their pipeline growth and manual tasks using Clay. So without further ado, let's get started with the niche database scraping. Okay, so before we move on, I just wanted to explain why starting with Apollo for list building is not a good idea. It's because first, industry filter is often not accurate. If you're searching for software development companies like SaaS companies, you will not entirely get the SaaS companies there because some companies will be registered as marketing services if they are MarTech companies, or sales tech companies are registered as business consulting service or business consulting companies. So it is not really accurate when you use industry filter on Apollo. And second, your competitors are using Apollo and blasting emails to the same prospects. And this is really crucial because if you do cold email campaigns and this happens, and this is basically going to kill your campaigns, and you will not get great results. And lastly, you will miss out on a bunch of companies in your total addressable market that's not on Apollo. So you are totally relying on Apollo while there are other great niche databases for the niche that you want to target. And if you're just relying on there, then you're missing a lot of opportunities. So that is why we want to use Apollo only when we have the list of companies that we know for sure that we are going to target. And now I'm going to explain how we can do that. So first, this is a recommended temp building playbook that I made, and this is really simple. In a nutshell, basically what we are doing is we scrape the domains from the niche databases using tools like Apify or Instant Data Scraper, or actually subscribing to the database itself. Like sometimes it's paid. You have to pay like $50 to $300 a month. It can be costly, so that's why we want to seek options on on Apify. But that's how we do it. And once we have the domains, then we can drop that list of domains into Apollo and then enrich the domains with the contacts on Apollo. And that way we won't affect our lists with the bad data that everyone in your niche, your competitors, are actually blasting email to. So I'll just show you briefly how this should work in a real case scenario. So first, you just select a niche database from the list below, or ask ChatGPT where you can find companies in a certain niche. So I have a list of niche databases here that you can use. And if you have a unique niche that you don't know, that is not existing on this list, then you can go ahead and ask ChatGPT. Like sometimes for real estate, like it can be Zillow or whatever, you can just scrape that. And let's say, for example, we are targeting e-commerce stores, and for e-commerce stores, StoreLeads is really a good option that we can use. And if you go into the site here, you will see that this is a platform for e-commerce data, and the pricing is quite expensive actually. It's like $75 a month and $250 per month, so it can get quite costly. And what we do instead is that we now have chosen the niche database, right? So the second plan would be to search for an existing scraper for that database on Apify. So we go to apify.com and then type in store leads. And then what you will see is that you can find the store lead scraper. And you can see here that you can use this for half of the price that you have to pay for originally on storeleads.com. And if you click try for free, then you will get the information on how to use it. And what it shows up is that search URL shows up. So what you will do is that go log into the StoreLeads account, right? And once you set up the account, you can set the filter by the platform if they're using Shopify or WooCommerce. And let's say I'm choosing Shopify stores, and then there are 3 million stores, and I want to choose active stores, and the category would be something like apparel. So there are 796,000 stores here. And then we can also choose country here. So if we're choosing US, then there are 343,000 stores here. That's a lot. And then what we do is that we copy and then we paste the store leads URL, and then we click start to run it. And that's how you can use the scraper, and it will return the list of all these domains. And that's how you use and scrape this type of domains. So once you have the list of domains from StoreLeads, but by the way, this is not the list from StoreLeads. This is just like a list of SaaS companies. I'm just using it as an example. What you can do is that just copy lists of domains, and then each time it has to be less than 6,000 domains, because we are going to drop it on Apollo, and Apollo cannot handle more than 6,000 domains at a time. And you are going to go to apollo.io. So go in there, log in. And once you're logged in, you go to people section here. And then you go to company, and then go to exclude list of companies. And then you paste the list of domains, and then click save and search. And then what it'll do is that, suppose that you have set the list of job titles that you want to target and the number of employees that you want to target. It'll return the people in your ideal customer profile from this company, and then it is returning 2,997. So now I want you to copy this URL. And now you have to go back to Apify Store and type in Apollo Scraper. And then click this exact scraper. This is the best one that I've used so far. Apollo Scraper scrape up to 50K leads. And then you just paste the URL that you copied, and then you also type in the number of leads that came out as a result, 2,997, and then you just click save and start, and you will be able to see the results in the runs section, and then you can download the leads if you click export and then click the CSV. And then you map the fields accordingly, because if you don't map it how I mapped it, then you'll get a bunch of dummy data that you don't need. So you click download, and then that's how you can scrape a niche database and contacts that you need for your outreach. without relying on generic Apollo search, but using Apollo after you have the legit domains of inside your niche that you want to target. So just to demonstrate further, I am going to share what other niche databases that I'm using usually is like for SaaS startup, SaaSDB is good, Crunchbase, GetLocker, and also local businesses, Google My Business, OpenMart, LeadMagic Local Lead Finder is also good, and professional services and financial services, marketing, IT, Clutch, Good Firms is good. Coaches, consultants, and courses as CCC leads usually are good. And also for, let's say, funding, if you have to get funding data, Leads on Tree is good, Harmonic.ai, Crunchbase, and Technology Stack, BuiltWith, HG Insights. So these are just like the niche databases I use for TAM building and total addressable market. So I hope this helps. And by the way, if your sales team is struggling with manual tasks like researching or a list building like this, you would want to click the first link in the description. I don't mind it if you don't click it, but feel free to check it out if your team is struggling with this type of problem. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit like or subscribe if you want to see more of the GTM engineering and Clay related content. And comment if you have any suggestions or feedback. So that is pretty much it. Thank you again, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.